kings and queens, booze, and all of yous. Welcome back to another fire edition of Their POV with Nick and King. We are your host, Nikki Johnson.
And I am the King, King Harrington. How y'all be today? What it is.
So
Nick.
before we get the show started and kicked off, I see there are some of y'all already tuning in. You know how we do. You got to say something in the comments so we can say something back to you. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, hello and thank y'all for tuning in. I got to do this. He did not ask me to, but a very dear friend of mine, he and his family, and that would be his name is Robert and his brother is Trey. Their family is looking for their mother. Their mother has been missing since yesterday afternoon. If you live in the South Carolina area, this is the flyer that the police department has put out. Please contact that number. For more information, you can go to my page, go down about maybe 3 or 4 posts, and you will see another post with more information. Please, y'all, please, if you live in the South Carolina area, I think this is for Berkeley County. Last thing on Highway 45, y'all, if you can put some boots to the ground and you can help out in any way, or if you have any information, please call this number. Again, you can go to my page and you can get more information. All righty. So we have a fire show for you guys. We have some of your favorite people back in the building. We're going to bring them on in just a moment. King,
Yes,
go
ma'am.
ahead and say what's up to the people, and I'm going to let you intro who we have with us today.
All right, all right. What's going
Do my
on?
people good. Do they intro good. Do it good for them.
What's up, kings and queens? How y'all doing? Glad to see y'all today. Hope all is well. You know who I am. I'm the King. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to celebrate a birthday in a couple of days, but we'll get to that later. But I hope everybody had a good Sunday afternoon, because I hope your bellies are full from the food, because y'all about to get full up on what we got to give y'all this afternoon.
Bitch,
Trying to tell you.
coming
So,
to the table to eat and talk. Go ahead.
for sure, for sure. So let me get my shout out real quick before I bring my guest on. You know what I'm saying? To my wife, my queen, Shakita. Baby, hope you're listening, because it's going to be on and popping. So, just to start y'all off, y'all know her as the favorite cousin. You know what I'm saying? The favorite home girl. Whatever you call it. Hey, whatever y'all want to call her. It's my girl, Nicole Clark. Come on now, baby.
Call, you on mute, mommy.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me. I'm back.
What's up? What's up? And then also, y'all know how
Hold
it
on,
goes.
King. Hold on 1 second. My mom is saying there is no sound. Can y'all please tell me in the comments if you can hear us and if you hear any echoing? Tell us how the sound is. Alrighty, go ahead, King.
Okay, and next up, my cousin has already been down. We've been down hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Doing what we do, celebrating birthdays, all kind of events. He's retired Coast Guard, you know what I'm saying? Got his own business happening, doing his thing. My big homie, my big cousin. Well, he my smallest cousin because he's younger than me. But anyway,
Not
let's
Atlanta.
hear let's hear it from my cousin
Come
Reese
on through,
Reese.
Reese Reese.
Woo! What's up, people? How y'all doing? I love it. I love it. I love it. Back once again. Back on the King, the Nikki King show, POV, all that stuff. My cousin, the Cold Boy.
He
I
done
can't get
renamed it.
topics. Yeah, remix it, rename. We're going to do it because it's been so long.
It's the remix.
Yeah, baby. So
It
let's
is
get on
big.
into this and let's do it.
That's
We
what's up.
about to
That's
do
what's
it. So
up.
we were supposed to have another co-host on. Not sure what happened. So if he is listening, sorry you could not be on tonight. We have comments that are flying through, and we are being told that they can't hear us. And we are
Cool.
loud and clear, no echoes, with no sound bite. Okay. Thank you so much, Sky. Hello, James. What's up, fam? How you doing? Long
What
time.
up, James?
Oh, we'll be ready to address that. What's
Mhm.
up, Sherry? Yes, it's about to be very interesting. Yes, it is. Okay, and then we sound good.
Cool.
Fabulous. So, woo. Let me do my shout out, then I'm gonna let y'all do yours. My shout out goes to, well, looky. Hold on 1 second. Really? 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 We're gonna talk later. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the host, Mr. Douglas Smooth. He has joined us. Thank you so much for joining us. Say something so we can do your mic check, your sound check.
Can y'all hear me real good?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right, audience, can you hear him good, fam? All righty. So James says, great. How are you guys? We are fabulous. Let me get my shout out is we're gonna get to these topics. My shout out goes to my future husband, whoever you are, wherever you are. I know we have not met each other yet, but I know you are somewhere preparing and praying for me. I am doing the same thing for you. You have an amazing wife waiting for you. Hey, boo, hey. All right. It's on you, Reese. Do your shout out. Thank y'all so much for letting us know.
All my family and friends.
Get to your mic, Reese.
Huh?
Get to your mic. Pull your mic to you.
Oh, it's on. Can you hear
That's
me?
all right. Go ahead. Just speak up for me.
All right. All my friends and family, I love y'all all. Y'all know who I am. So just want to shout out to everybody. Big ups to my boy. His birthday was yesterday. Chill's birthday is coming up. My boy Wayne. Love you, brother. Peace out. But yes, sir. So I'm just, like I said, on the intro, I'm just waiting for this show to get on. Happy to be here once again. And that's it.
Coley Cole.
Hi, everybody. Of course, it's your favorite girl. My shout out will go to one of my cousins, my sister, my right hand that passed away due to cancer. Her birthday is today, so happy birthday, Crystal. To her family, my auntie, her kids, y'all continue to keep them in prayer. Because this is a hard thing to lose your mom at a young age or just lose your mom, period. Other than that, thank you for having me. Nick, can't wait for the new stuff that we got coming up. It's the Queen's Takeover.
Yeah, our new podcast will be starting August something. August something. We did have to push the date back. I know you guys have been asking about it, but we needed to take care of some things and some business. So thank you for your patience, but be on the lookout because it's going to be on and popping. Douglas, would you like to give your shout out?
Yes. Basically, I just want to send a shout out to everybody out in San Antonio and everyone that family in Petersburg, Virginia. And most of all, I'm so glad to be on here today.
All right now. All right. Don't change your mind after we done went through all these topics. Hello.
Yeah, being on Team Jesus. Yeah.
All righty, here we go. So our first topic of the day will be, all righty, so who pays for the first date? Ladies, if you ask a man out for coffee and he says, well, let's go out for dinner and drinks because I don't drink coffee. At that point, who is responsible for paying for the date? I'm going to repeat it. Ladies, if you ask a brother out for first date, out for coffee to get to know him, and he says, how about we go out for dinner and drinks because I don't drink coffee. When the check comes, whose responsibility is it to pay? All righty, let me see who gets to first on this one. Ladies first, Nicole. Nicole, what you think, mama? And y'all drop your comments down in the chat. Let us know what you think.
You already know. This is going to be a conversation to be had. Technically, I don't have a problem with paying for the drinks and the dinner or whatever. But if I say, let's go out for coffee, and you turn around and say, well, let's go out for drinks, conversation is going to be well known. So you paying? Because I need to know this before we go.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and ask them.
Yeah, I'm going to ask that question first. Like, who paying? Like, but the thing was, I'll let it be known. I don't have a problem with paying. But since you suggested the dinner and drinks, and I just wanted coffee, because I don't want you to think after we get them drinks, it's going to be a little more. So a conversation is going to be had.
Ricky says, definitely the man, regardless, it's being a gentleman. He says no matter what. Ricky say he got that. All righty, Douglas, what are your thoughts? Who pays?
Well, I put it like this. Even though the women ask, to go out for coffee and everything, if you are a real man, no matter what she says, he should be able to stand up and just say, hey, you know what? I know you set this up, but out of courtesy, I'm going to take care of the tab.
All right.
Because even though it don't look right, and women like to test us men. So just to see what we want to say and how we're going to react and everything. And so what if you don't drink coffee? They got other beverages there, but the bottom line is you cover the tab.
All right, Douglas, say it's on you. Hey, Loretta, what's up, baby? If you guys have not shared it, please share this on your page so we can get more people into the conversation at the table. King.
All right. Well, hey, you know how I do first date on a regular. I usually do so, no big deal. But being that in this case, she offered with the coffee. I like coffee, so we wouldn't have a problem for her paying the coffee. Give me a couple of comforts or whatever. But if I would have suggested of doing the dinner, definitely it's on me now. I done switched the narrative, so we don't went from coffee to dinner and drinks. Yeah, it's on me. I admit that because I changed it. So I'm cool with that. We eat, we drink, whatever. First of all, we ain't drinking because you know how I am on that first date. But I will pay for the meal on that if she want to switch up. If I suggest to switch up. So, but yeah, I feel that he's responsible because he switched it. Yeah.
All right. Daniel says it's nice to be here. Welcome, Daniel. Thank you for joining. All right. So Sherry says that's true, but so many men want that you owe me coupon. I think that's what you were saying earlier, huh, Nicole? You still muted. You still muted. Okay, there you go.
Ma'am, yeah. Just because you think you can get a little more, I don't owe you nothing but a conversation table.
Risa, we come to you in just 1 second. James says it's the man's. My first time meeting my wife, my money was tight. So guess what? I cooked and invited her over. Come through with the what is that ingenuity? Come on. I can't pay for it, but I can sure cook her meal. Come through, sir. Lesson taken. All righty, Reese, what are your thoughts?
You already know me. I'm here to cater to a woman, so that's on me, baby. So whether I suggest dinner, she suggests coffee, I feel the man should always pay. That's just me. If she want to take me out for my birthday, I'm still gonna feel like it should pay. But 9 times out of 10, that's a gift to me or whatever. I'll let her do it. But majority of the time, I'm going to my pockets. That's just me.
All right. So
I'm sorry, but I get Maurice or Reese, he's want to do that. I've been a witness and I'm just a cousin, so I know he ain't getting you owe me nothing, but that's just him.
Even with my family, if I go home and we go out to dinner, whatever, hey, I got you. I mean, that's just me. I just it is what it is.
Okay, so if y'all didn't ask me, but I'm sure tell you. If I invited you out for coffee, I guess my intention was I'm gonna invite you out for coffee and pay for it. But when you suggest something different, I think I would probably automatically feel that you are going to take care of it. But as I've said 1,000 times on this show, I'm gonna always have my money with me just in case, because I'm never gonna be left somewhere hungry with not, like old boy did old girl we talked about before. What brought this dilemma up was King and I saw this video where the woman had asked the guy out for coffee the first day, and he changed it because he didn't like coffee. So when the check came, they're pushing the check back and forth to each other. Her argument was, why you passing it back to me? You changed it to a restaurant and drinks. I said coffee. And so he said, but you asked me initially, so aren't you going to take care of it? So we thought this would be a great kickoff for the show today. Anybody else want to drop their comments down? You can do so now, and I will definitely read them. So any more thoughts on this one?
I just had
King?
I just said when my man said about that first date, when he said he invited a girl over to his house for that first date. I can't do that on the first date. I can't let you know where I live at yet. So that'll be my own thing. She can't come to the crib yet. We're gonna have to
do what James did.
No, I'm gonna have to make sure I got some in my pocket. However we go, but yeah, you can't see the crib the first time. Now you gotta get to that point where I invite you to my crib because I ain't trying to call all women crazy, but some of y'all are crazy. So I don't need you to come to my house, find out where I live. Hey, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like
baby, when you said the word y'all.
Some of, I said some of first. I put some of y'all. I didn't say all y'all.
Take y'all out of it. Just take
Okay,
it.
some women. Okay,
Oh,
excuse
okay.
me.
All right.
Some.
And you know they go
Some.
both ways because I'm not going to invite you
Exactly. Oh
right
yeah,
away.
definitely. I
Some men
definitely and I understand that. Oh, but you should always be cautious both ways. So that's just my thing on that first date. Yeah, you don't need to know where I live at. So
Can I
that's
get a drum
I
roll?
gotta ask you this though, King. Hold on, go. Now is that just because you don't want her to know where you stay, or is it because you don't want to cook for her? Tell the truth.
no, just because I don't cook before, so it ain't got nothing to do with that. I just want you to
Okay,
know where I stay at the first date. Yeah,
I
it got nothing
got
to do
you.
with cooking. Yeah.
I got you. Coley Cole.
Can I get a drum roll, please? Because this is the first time, probably on this show, that I'm going to agree with King. You are not knowing where I stay on the first date.
That part.
You
That part. Okay,
guess what?
question.
Say, Mr. King, some men are crazy.
I agree with you. I agree with you with that. Definitely, it goes both ways. I know. Yep. Some brothers I
So let
wouldn't
me
invite to
ask,
my crib.
let me
So
ask y'all this. This is kind of off topic, but on topic. How do y'all feel about giving people your telephone number when you first meet them right away? Now that we have like all kind of social media where you don't have to give your number, you can literally call them through social media. How do y'all feel about giving your number out or asking a woman for her number?
Never.
I don't think giving my number out on the first date is good because they had this thing fake number. You can give it. You can still call me, but you won't call my real number. But like you say, some people are crazy that they look and like, oh, I really like you, and you really don't know what their psyche is. And before you know it, why you can't call me back? Because we just left 10 minutes ago. I didn't have time to call you back. So and then they go, oh, you just gonna take me out and date me and not call you? Okay, it's been 30 minutes now. Yeah, so
What
yeah,
kind of date did y'all have?
yeah. I mean, coffee.
So,
She had an extra shot of espresso in her coffee. So, hey,
I know I've been like that for years though. I've been that since I was young. That I used to give people fake numbers. I would either y'all remember Star 67, Star 69, whatever you could do to block.
I still do it.
And in the hood where I grew up, we had an all-American payphone on Long Drive. You could only call this phone for me around this time because I'm gonna be around a payphone and I can pick it up. Other than that, nah. No. So I've been like that for years. I've been the type that you give me your number, I'll call you. I've always been the type that I'll block my number. But now on social media, if you give them the people your real number, they can look because you're not thinking when you sign up for an account. You can find people off their phone numbers.
Yep, you sure can.
So
that's what I do.
And then
That's what
for
I
me
do
though,
whenever I get rid of pages.
it's also is until you get to really know somebody, do you want them to have your number? Because some people do be crazy though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lord, some people, oh, thank God for being able to block. Let's hit these comments. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so Sherry says, first date, I would have to say no. It could be a setup. His ex could show up. Loretta says she get that thing out like, why, sister? Why? My reason for that was to show her that I was willing to be a gentleman. In addition, we knew we were going to be more than boyfriend and girlfriend. Come on, intentional.
I hear you.
About that thing. Marnay says, hey, Douglas Smooth. Hello, everyone. I hope I said
Hello.
your name right, baby. And Loretta said, but it's hard to get me to answer a number that I don't know. She don't get that number out like candy, but she don't answer none of them calls. All righty, we're going to go ahead on to the next subject. Anybody else have anything to say?
I just have one quick thing, Nick. Like when we were talking about giving your phone number out, I said back then, we had the phone. So I stayed with my grandma. So if I had somebody tripping, grandma's gonna take them out, so they weren't gonna call back anyway. So if I said, Grandma, I don't want her talking to me. I don't want to talk to her no more.
She gonna give her some of that Jesus juice.
That's it, Jack. And it was it. So that's how it went back in the day.
Hey, King, they weren't calling after 10 o'clock anyway.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So yeah, that's how we did it back then.
Some men don't like or can't accept no or rejection. That part. Back in the day when we had house phones, child, we would give people the number to Church's Chicken, to McDonald's. Like, yeah. All right, so here's our next one.
A real hater that used to take the phone to work with them.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
we're
go.
gonna leave that alone. We're
Please,
gonna
let's
leave it
go.
alone. So you're on
Exactly.
a date and you tell your date to order whatever they want. So they order food for themselves and then turn around and start ordering food for people back at the house. What would you do? Okay, so there was another video where this guy tells this woman, baby, order what you want. So she gets on the phone and starts asking people at the house what y'all want to eat. And bruh's sitting there like, no, she not. What would y'all do in that situation if you take someone out or you're paying for the date and you tell them to order what they want and then they start like order for the whole hood? Yes, Coley Cole, what you do, boo?
Honey, when it's time to pay, you know how you be like, I got this, I got that, I got that. The rest of it's on her. That would be the thing. I will separate that like you separate groceries.
Douglas, what would you do?
Wow. I took her out on a date. I didn't take the family out. So I'm just going to pay for the food for her. And if she wants somebody in the house to get want to take food for them, then she's going to have to pay for it. Because the bottom line is this, is that we out here on a date. So I'm the one that's going to be paying for your dinner. I didn't say I'm going to pay for your dinner and everybody else. It just don't work like that. I mean, because the thing is, I may not have that much money to cover anybody anyway.
And nobody else.
Say them drinks might not make it to the table. You talking about food, Mary?
I'll be telling them. Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me see your menu. No, that's okay. Just get our food and a glass of water and some bread, and we'd be good to go.
That part. Ricky said it will automatically become a separate check. James says, I am only paying for what I'm going to pay for. She is responsible for the extra, and that's also a red flag. Ugh, that part. Loretta says, I guess he's paying because if I wanted to feed everyone, we should have just grabbed some pizzas or did a oh, wait a minute, we got another one. Nah, excuse me, I need to hit that restroom through the kitchen to the back door and back to my car. She gonna dip on the whole entire ticket. Reese, if this was you, what would you do?
First of all, I'm looking for the cameras because I know there's got to be a prank. Because ain't no way in the world you done called your family and talk about what y'all want to eat. Then, second of all, I would sit there and think, that's very disrespectful that you would do that and use me like that. So I'm going to pay for your food, but after this, I'm also going to pay for your Uber to get back home.
Okay, still a gentleman.
Yeah, I'm getting you back home now. I'll make sure everything taken care of. You have your little doggy bag. Well, matter of fact, get that piece of cheesecake you wanted. Because maybe you can split that 18 ways. Because other than that, no, I can't do it.
So, King, we're coming to you. In addition to this, King sent me a video earlier where this woman, it was her birthday, and she was out with 18 of her friends, 18 of them, and expected her boyfriend to pick up the tab. King, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so I'm gonna address the first one like everybody else did. You know, she must be on something. I don't know what happened to, you know what I'm saying, that they didn't eat at home, but ain't no free meals over here. So, like I said, you better be, you blessed that you getting something that I'm paying for here. But yes, they ain't getting nothing from me. I'm not paying for that second meal or them to people at home. The one with the 18, yo, right off the bat, she got to be out of her mind. First of all, I'm not feeding one over, less more 18. Okay, so if you bring one friend with you, I hope she got her money in her pocket because I ain't paying. It ain't her birthday. So I'm not paying. And even if it was her birthday, you ain't my girlfriend. So therefore, that would X that. But for her to bring 18, and then my thing, y'all should have been paying for your girl. Okay? She brought y'all along and y'all ain't got no money. Y'all be some sad puppies. And I will eat in front of you, all 18 of y'all. All 18. Every mozzarella stick, every wing, every celery stick, everything. I will sit here and eat and look at all 18 of y'all at one time.
Y'all know that ticket was high because if she was celebrating her birthday for 18 of them, they probably had drinks. They probably ordered
Lit.
appetizers.
Crazy.
They had entree.
Crazy.
Here's the thing for me. If you watch the video, Sherry's laughing at you. If you watch the video, it looks as if they went out and celebrated. And when he got there to pick her up, she was like, "You gonna take care of this ticket?" Because he was like, "I what? 18
Yeah.
of y'all, I'm not doing that." So yeah, Nikki would know she's not. This was supposed to be for you. This is not supposed to be for you and all the homies. And exactly, especially depending on where they went. And you know, celebrating you and your birthday with your homegirls, like 18 of y'all couldn't have put in $20 each. I'm
For
not
real.
doing that. I'm just not doing it. And on the first scenario, go ahead and order for your people. It's cool. I'm gonna be at home by the time you finish washing dishes to pay for this because I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do it. Airman, but no, not Airman. I'm sorry.
Amen.
Eamon Belima says, do your homework. I'm sorry if I messed up your name, baby. Do your homework knowing your date and letting your date know you before going to an actual, that part, before going to an actual date, that part. Do y'all know I have men that get mad at me because I will not give them my telephone number? But I will say we can still talk. We can still talk through Facebook Messenger. You don't have to have my number right off because you might be crazy. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, I'm responding to a comment that anyway, that was on the last scenario. But I feel you on that too. Any more last comments on this pay for me and all my peeps?
I ain't got 18 friends I want to go out with. Let's just say that.
That's a lot.
Okay, second of all, I do have a gentleman that Maurice is his biggest fan. That will
Maurice in it because I like him too. But go ahead.
That will do it. He will. Like, I don't even have to, like, for my birthday when we went out, and it was a lot of us.
Mm-hmm.
Maurice was in the mix. Maurice paid for the whole table. I'm talking almost 20 people. We took a shot for my birthday. Maurice paid for those. And I was like, you ain't gotta do that. Because I was already ready to get lit anyway. But
only for Nicole now. Only for Nicole.
But then
stop getting ideas.
Yeah.
Right. We don't do that no more. we take grown people trips. But then my friend that I care so much for, he bought my friends dinner. And I'm looking at him like, you ain't gotta do that. But
wow. What was the tab?
But that's just him. That's him.
What was the tab, Cole?
It was a pretty steep one.
So Sherry she about close to that.
Yeah, and I wanted to be selfish and be like, bro, you could have put that money in my pocket and not paid for them, but they're my homies. I couldn't say no. But when I go out with my friends and he comes, he does, he pays. So I'm blessed.
Yes, you are, because that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of folks. Anybody else with a final comment? Go ahead.
Looking like crazy.
Huh?
King got that look on his face like crazy.
Yeah, I ain't got a cousin like that. My cousin King don't even take me to the 2 to 20. I get a free shout out on Facebook.
King, no rebuttal before we go home.
I'm not going to entertain that one. Okay, we'll let that go with that. But I'm saying, if I'm with you, I'm saying she know that. But as far as the rest of the crew, oh no, I'm not doing that. I go out with somebody, she got a y'all should have known. Y'all knew she had some money in y'all pocket. Yeah, family's one thing. The rest of y'all don't think so. Keep it moving. That's just how that goes.
Rule all together. All right, next topic. Why are men intimidated by coming home to an independent woman? This topic came from a podcast called Fresh and Fit Podcast. And they were talking about women knowing their roles. Let me make sure I said that right. Yeah, women don't know their roles is what they said. And they had some women on, and one of the women was asking the question, why are men so intimidated by independent women? Now, the conversation was about 15 minutes on that, going back and forth, because he feels that a woman that is that independent, she operates in her masculine energy. and she really don't want a man. She wants somebody that she could be equal to, and it doesn't operate like that because you cannot have two kings in one castle. She felt that a woman doesn't need a man; she wants one, and for her own reasoning, she never wants to be in a relationship where she's left hanging and cannot take care of herself, or end up left where she cannot take care of herself. So she would rather be independent and stay that way in a relationship. What are your thoughts on this? Are men intimidated by having independent women, or what are your thoughts on an independent woman?
Can I go first?
Yes.
My thoughts, I would love to have a one that has that independent mentality that can say, baby, sit your ass down. Excuse me. Baby, sit down. I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to know if I get sick or something happened to me, that she can still take care of stuff and everything keeps running and nothing skips a beat. But when I get back to where I need to be, baby, thank you. I got this. And we keep it moving. So anybody that's intimidated by a woman that has that independent mentality, what type of woman do you want? Somebody that bows down to you and just, just at your every need. But I want somebody that I know if something happens, that she can step up and we know we got everything covered and taken care of.
Yeah. Well, for her, I think the reason why her and one of the hosts were going back and forth was because she's like, she want a man that can come up to her level or higher. And he felt that you're wanting a man to be what you want from a man, and that's not how men operate. I would love to know if you guys agree with and I know that you don't, Reese, off what you just said. Do you guys feel that a woman is being more masculine if she handles her business, she makes her own money, and she wants a man that she can be equal with, versus being willing to be, he did not say subservient, I forgot what word he used, but he just does not want to rule with another man. He wants a woman to be a woman. Do y'all agree with that or not? And Sherry says she agreed with your comment, Reese.
Well, I mean, my thing with women and positions, when it comes to something like that, no, I don't need you to be my equal, and I'm not trying to be masculine over that situation or reign over you or, command you. My thing is, if you're going to help me and we're going to help each other, you don't need to have that masculine energy. You don't need to have that aggressive energy. It's one thing to be aggressive in some ways, but then be assertive. And some women feel like, depending on how much money they make, depending, how long they've been independent and been on their own, they feel like they equal. No, you're not equal to me like that. As far as my point of view of a man, I'm supposed to be a protector, a provider. And so understanding how that moves, understand where you fit in there. If you're going to be in that relationship, if you're going to understand what it means. It's about intimidation. But some women feel like, okay, if I'm at this level, like my man made, he made the example. He said, so if he was making 50,000 and you was making
100,000.
Yeah, either one. I'm just saying. The thing was, he was trying to say was that she had a problem with what he made because she feels he needed to come up to where she at. And that's not the case. That's not the case being a man. It's like, if I know my position, what I'm doing, what I bring and what we can make together shouldn't be a point of what I bring. Because as a man, if I'm making 500,000 and you making 200,000 or 50,000, you think I'm gonna sit here and say, okay, well, you need to come up to me? No, that's not how men work. That's not how we move. I don't need you to make that kind of money. My thing is,
I gotta say though, your comment did contradict itself, because on the one hand you were saying that you don't need her to be equal to you, but then you said you want her to help you, and then you mentioned her being equal to you. So just for clarity purposes, right? Just for clarity purposes, are you saying that you do want to have a woman that's independent, that y'all together are making decisions, or are you wanting to be, I'm trying not to go off of something you said before. I want to stick to this conversation. Just clarify what you mean. This
basically, okay, this is what I'm saying.
I'm coming to the comments in just a second.
What I'm saying is, as far as assist me when I need assistance and being, just like, in the household, however, you feel your role, we both working and stuff. My thing is, the independent part of knowing how to do stuff on your own is one thing of being independent. My thing is that you feel you don't need me. That's a totally different attitude. And you know what I'm saying? We can't be in the same house with that attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel, even with me being a man, that if I'm in a relationship or in a marriage, that I'm that, you know what I'm saying? I'm in that position where I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be with you if I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel with women, if you that independent, you be by yourself. You don't need a man unless you want a man. So hey, we don't need to try to put something together. And my money and your money shouldn't make a difference whether I'm up or you're down as far as the funds go. And that attitude that you got towards that shouldn't make a difference. So as far as you thinking that you don't need me because you're independent, you can do this and that, well then, you know what? Fine, you don't need me because we don't need to be in a relationship. It ain't about you being independent, about me being independent, being able to know how to vibe together and understand we can do things individually in certain situations, but not have an independent attitude where I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to feel appreciated in any kind of relationship for whatever they do. But for a woman feels like, well, I don't need this because I make this and I make that. Well, you know what? Then fine, you need to be by yourself. What's the use of me and you being in the house and you got that kind of attitude? I don't feel it. And I wouldn't want you to feel it from me. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, I'm gonna do everything myself. I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? Not in the same household. So
Ricky said before, that's not how you move. Then he just said that's how you move. I'm coming to you in a second, Nicole. And Ricky says, I love an independent woman. It puts even more drive in me, if that makes sense. I do get you. Sherry says some men don't see it that way. If you're married and are equal and she is not throwing it in his face, what is the real problem? Let me see. If you're married and are equal, she is not throwing it in his face, what is the real problem? I think, give me some clarity on that statement or the question, Sherry.
I think you
That
mean
way I can understand it. Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second. James says, my wife is a go-getter, had her own money when we met. However, she knows her role as my soulmate. Sometimes, however, extremely independent from a woman can be However, extremely independent from a woman can be masculine and a turnoff when we're in this together. I need my glasses on. We grow, we build, we win together. Nothing to be extremely independent for. And her clarity was money and equality. Okay. Now, Nicole, you wanted to say something, and then Risha next, and then we're gonna come to Douglas' first comment. Go ahead.
okay. So this, I want to ask King a question. So you were saying if I make 100,000 and he makes 50,000 and he's supposed to be the provider in the house, do I keep my 100,000? And then when I see him fall, now you want me to be independent, or do I know my role and just say he got it?
well, see, hold on. Okay, so I'm trying to understand what you said. Do you be independent?
Okay, so I make 100,000.
Okay.
He makes 50,000.
Okay.
You want me to know my role, and so if you're a provider, if you're providing, paying the bills in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something happens where you fall short.
Right.
You shouldn't be coming to ask me for my 100,000 when you the provider of the house.
Whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Why not? Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. We in this together.
Well,
We in a
that's why I was
relationship.
asking you for clarity earlier too, King, because
See,
I'm the provider.
You can't.
no. I
You
said we
can't-
men see each other.
You
We
can't.
see as
hold on.
providing.
Hold on. You can't tell me when I can be independent or when you could depend on me versus me saying, hey, we in this together. You spend 25,000. I pay 25,000. And then my 75 and your other 25 will help us build together. That's where our independence will come in at it. You see what I'm saying? That's a teamwork thing. But you can't tell me, hey, babe, I fell short, so I'm gonna need 25 of your 100,000 because you have told me my places allow you to be the provider. You need to go out here and make a way. Yeah, I don't care if I get another job or something. You sometimes, like with me, I can say with me because it was the way I grew up. my independence, I watched a lot of men. So I didn't really watch women. I watched men. That I felt like that was my biggest teacher because it shows me what kind of man I want in my life, what kind of man I don't want in my life. But I also seen some women that put all their eggs in one basket and they lost their independence until and because they gave it all to a man. So you were saying I need to know my role in the house. So if my role in the house is to be that submissive woman that you don't have to just say you keep the house, you just maintain the house and I got the bill and the man got the bills. So if I'm doing my role, if I'm doing what you require for me to do, and all I'm asking you to do is protect me and provide for me, don't come asking for my money because now you want my
let him respond, Cole.
to be independent.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, so hold up. See, so hold on. So
Sherry said, kick that, Nicole.
Okay, so what I'm saying, okay, so hold on. Let's not take out what I'm saying out of context in some situations. My thing is when I say about being independent, I mean to a point where you feel you don't need nothing. You don't need no help, that you got everything, and you know what I'm saying, you got that aggressive attitude about that. I'm talking about if we in the household together, our position that we take as providers is not saying that I don't need your money, you know what I'm saying, and that because I say I'm a provider, is that I don't need your money because I say I'm a provider. That's not what I'm saying. As a relationship or in a marriage, me as a provider being the head of the house of man, it's still a point where I'm gonna need you just like you're gonna need me. So don't take it out of context because I say we pay. No, that's not what I mean. As a provider being a man's point of view, of man's mentality is to provide and to take care of his woman. So I'm not saying, but in situations, just because I provide, that don't mean I'm saying, yeah, I'm paying all these bills and this is what you pay. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I mean, what I'm saying is, if I need you and you my wife, you supposed to be there. So that's what I'm saying. Bottom line, ain't about if I'm the provider, fine. If that's where I step up first, that I feel that that's what's supposed to go first. But in a situation that it doesn't, that's what you're there for. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of your independent attitude, that's what you're there for. If like I said, if you're not going to be that person, I don't need you. And the same thing, vice versa.
Okay, hold on, Nicole. So I want to lay what she's saying in your lap, marinate on it, because I got to go to Douglas and Reese too. So hold on. What she's saying is, it sounds like you want to turn on and off the independence. Right. No. When it becomes convenient. You don't want her independent. You don't want her X, Y, and Z. But if she making more money and something happen, turn it on, but turn it back off. So hold on.
Go ahead.
I want you to address it, but let's get Reese and Douglas in. Reese,
okay.
My comment is, now, if the only thing that I did disagree with if she says I'm making 100,000, you should be making 100,000. Sometimes our lifestyles or our backgrounds or whatever don't allow us to do that, but I'm still doing what I'm supposed to. Now, if I had a woman that came home and you feel her independence is, hey, babe, I just came, I had the oil change today in the car. I went to do this. I don't have a problem with that because if that's what she wants to do, but I feel that's my responsibility. But if she can take that lead and be independent on that part, that's cool. And I don't know why men would have a problem with women wanting to take some of that stress off other parts. But like you said, I'm not going to say, okay, I'll take care of this. I'm taking care of this. If I choose to do it, yes. But if you want to come and say, babe, I got this and I'm going to help you with this, that's cool too. But I just feel if we in this together, don't feel like I'm not going to look at you. I'm supposed to be doing that. You always think you the man of the house. No, if we talk and communicate, hey, I'm going to get the tires changed. Babe, I'll get the tires changed tomorrow. No, I got it. You took care of the thing last week. To me, I don't have a problem with that. The only thing, like you said, if you making 100,000, you think I should make 100,000, now we got a problem because that's totally different.
Douglas, you about to fall out that seat over there. What are your thoughts on this?
You know, my thing is this. I don't feel that men are intimidated because a woman wants to be independent. I mean, you might have some, but the thing is, if you come across, if I was get lucky enough to meet somebody and that's independent, then that's great. Because, but sometimes a lot of women that have this independency thing going on, they have a habit of throwing it in your face when things don't go right.
Okay.
And my thing is this: she's independent, and like Sean said, and understand what King was saying. It's not about trying to compete. It's about what we can do together on one accord. So it just like he said, if I was to like the situation I'm in right now, if I'm out and I'm out of work and everything, and you independent, well, it means you're going to step up and take care of things. And it goes both ways. If something happened to her, then I'm going to step up. And like you said, our role as men, we are the head of the house. And we got to provide and take care of our families. So my thing is this: it's good to have, hey, you independent? Hey, good for you. I'm happy for you and everything. But it's not about the money. She might make more than me. I might make more than her. That's not the way it goes. We're supposed to come together and to establish a foundation together. But the thing is, don't throw it in my face later on down the line when we get into a little argument or dispute. Into my if I had this, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be in the situation and all that stuff. Talk to the hand and all this stuff and everything, and but you can't do that. I didn't ask you to do anything. You volunteered. So my thing is, if you volunteering to step up and step in to help take care of some bills or whatever the situation is, then fine. You didn't hear it come out of my mouth telling you I need you to do this. No. So my thing is that takes a lot of pressure because it's good. And I'm gonna say, and I know there's a lot of women on here, it's good that you're independent. Where you don't have to depend on nobody or rely on nobody. And you can get what you want and all this good stuff. But the thing is, it's not just a I thing, it's a we thing.
All right, Douglas is dropping all his signs. One of the things that man did say that I want us to hit in a second, and Ken, we're gonna come back to you for that, what you've been marinating on, but I got to get to these comments too. He said that independency mentality that's wrapped up with the masculinity really is fear-based, because you're so afraid that just in case this man don't do right, just in case his relationship don't work out, just in case he turned out to be crazy or abusive, then you got to make sure you still got all this over here, and you walk in a masculinity that doesn't allow him to be a man or you to be a woman. It's like you're competing and you want him to live up to whatever your expectations are, and he's not trying to be in a relationship with himself or another man. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to come back to that. It is fear-based. It's exactly fear-based, because you ain't trying to, especially if you've been through something before where you were left hanging in a relationship or you had to pay all the bills or whatever happened. That fear will have you now, because I'm not going through that no more. I don't need no man. Yeah, that will have you doing a whole bunch of jacked up crazy stuff and treating your man like he ain't worth nothing. So why am I here? All right, we're going to come to these, and then King, I'm coming back to you. How about Reese? You read this one.
I was raised by all women. I have all sisters, no brothers, so I had to teach myself that I do indeed need my wife. She shouldn't be so independent to where we don't need each other. What point is relationship if we're not needing each other?
Boom. Douglas, can you hit that one? I don't know.
We supposed to build, grow, and win together. If you are extremely independent, why are you in a relationship?
And Coley, you want that one? If you can't see it, that's okay. I got you.
Are we only looking at old school relationship? It's a new day. So how would this work in a metrosexual relationship when the roles are flipped? Some men have feminine energy and be all man and be fine with his lady having masculine energy. Every relationship looks different and only should mesh in the middle. Couples love language.
Sherry, stay ready for an explosion. So Sherry says, how would that work when it's flipped? I don't know if that would work in a relationship like that when it's flipped, because that's something else they talked about too. Unless, I mean, if you're going to have that type of independence mindset and you're so masculine with it, you're going to need somebody that's more feminine, because y'all going to be competing all the time. It's going to be issues all the time. He's not going to want that. Right. So if you get somebody that's okay with it and cool with it, I guess it will mesh. But for a man that does not want to always be in an aggressive relationship with a female, that's not going to work. So I definitely understand your question, but you're right. If it's flipped, maybe he won't care. All right, King, have you marinated on it for a minute?
Yes.
All right.
So my thing is, and just like Reese and Doug was saying, when I talk about independency with women, on my end, it's like independent to, like Marie said, get the oil change if you feel, you know what I'm saying, if that's not a problem for you. You know what I'm saying? Get, go and pay this bill because I usually pay it. That's when I talk about independent, when I ain't got to ask you or you don't mind taking on that role. That's what I'm saying, because it's not an aggressive move as far as being independent, where if I was out of town, that everything breaks down. Like if, for instance, everybody knows me, I'm an organized person. So if I make things happen when I'm around, I need, if I'm not there, to keep it going, that you know how to take that leadership, to just take that role. And that's the independent part. I'm saying, like, if I don't be there, you go ahead and make that move. That's the independent attitude that I want. But when you're trying to be independent, where you ran the things like you ran in your own house before you met me, we don't need that, because I'm not going to give you that like when I was single and independent, staying by myself. That's what I'm saying when I come out independent, where I don't need you. I've been doing this on my own. Well, what you with me for? What you need me for? That's what I'm saying. We don't need to live together for you to have that attitude. Stay where you at. And I come visit you, you come visit me, but we in the same house. I'm not going to bring on that attitude that I don't need you, I can do this one. No, I'm not going, because I want you to be able to cook for me. I don't have a problem cooking, but I want that. I appreciate when you do that. Just like if I ask you something and you appreciate, and I appreciate you doing it for me. I mean, you ask me something, you know what I'm saying? Appreciation. But as far as the independent part, if you're going to be that independent, be independent by yourself. I don't need it. And I expect you think the same way if I was the same way with you. So that's what I mean by independent. Just being able to do something on your own that's, like you said, to me, is minor. Like you said, going to, to the bank to, say, yo, babe, we need this to do this. You don't mind going to the bank, because that's what I usually do. But just taking upon yourself. Just a little something, just little certain things that just show independent, that you don't have to ask me or have to, get it from me or like that you could do on your own. Them type of things. But as far as like an overall independent, because you know how to hold it down, because like Nick said, you're fearful because of the relationships you had before me, you know what I'm saying, and you lost out because you were doing all this. I'm a new dude. One thing I understood about relationships I had past, I can't bring them in, and I can't treat you like the last woman. You know what I'm saying? I always had a problem when I was dealing with women and we bought stuff together or whatever. Hey, you can have it. I'm done. So I had to always rebuild every place I went. Every move in the department, I'm like, damn, here we go again. Starting over. Because that's just how I felt. So no big deal. You know what I'm saying? I just had to start from. But my thing is, once you get that relationship together, I ain't trying to be independent. I ain't trying to have that move attitude where, yo, this is my stuff, which, well, people know I am about my stuff. But I'm willing to share now. I got a better attitude about sharing. You know what I'm saying? But the independent attitude, I'm like, yo, you gonna be, I don't need, like you said, I don't need a woman just as masculine as me. I don't need you, well, hey, see, back up, because you ain't no man. So that's the whole thing. I get that aggression. That's that man aggression. I don't need that from you. You're supposed to be feminine. You're supposed to be dainty. I ain't saying you're soft, but I want you to be that kind of like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I talked about as far as the independent part.
Okay. All right, we're going to move on. We can stay on that, Nicole. I can feel it. I can feel it. On that, a man recently said, and I don't know how many people have viewed this, that there are 5 things that women should not do, and I want to get your thoughts on this. Number 1, she should never pump her own gas. She should never wash her own car. She should never maintenance her car. Douglas gonna fall out that chair, y'all, before the show is over. She should never maintenance her own car or take it to the shop. She should never have to open her own car door. Her hand should never touch the car handle. Those are his words. And number 5, She should not go a day without knowing that you love her. Douglas, we're going to start with you. What do you think about his 5 things that a woman should never do?
You know, it's funny that you brought this up because I saw on TikTok the guy with the woman was out there pumping the gas and he's sitting in the car just ran back on his phone. No woman should have to do none of those things. No woman. If you have a man in your life and you're in a relationship, marriage, or whatever the case is, you better get up there and treat that woman like she's a princess or a queen and roll out that red carpet and open up that door for her.
Come on, Douglas.
You know, you better make it. You better be like Speedy Gonzalez, go around that car, open up that car door for her and everything. Then run up to the entrance to the mall or whatever and open up the door for her. A woman is not just a woman. She is a blessing and a gift.
Tell him what she is, Douglas.
And I mean,
Douglas.
She is a blessing and a gift. And you need to treat her like a queen. And the guy came up and he got mad. And I'm trying to remember how they go in the video. The guy said, "Man, what are you doing sitting in the car letting your woman pump gas?" He told me, "Man, you need to go mind your business and everything." And I'm like, don't get mad because the brother getting on you because it don't look right. I don't care if we was together and she drove and I'm driving. Nah, baby, I got you. Got you. I got the gas. You know, I get up there and pump. You just sit there and relax. I go get either pay cash or use the debit or whatever the case is. But no woman. I bet y'all see a woman open up a door and the man is there. I mean, like, come on back out here. Man, get over here and open up this door for this woman. And everything. It's respect for these ladies. It's respect. That's it.
Douglas felt that thing, y'all. He done dropped the mic on the table. King, what are your thoughts? And Reese, you are next. What are your thoughts on the top 5?
Okay, well, y'all know I'm gonna read them down to the first one. Most definitely. You know what? Ain't no way.
Okay,
you know
go a
what I'm
little
saying?
bit faster than that. Don't go through all of them, King. Don't go.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Okay. I mean, you know, like I said, just the ones. I mean, I guess I'm with the ones that I do. Now, the washing the car and the maintenance, I'm gonna be front with you. Yo, go get your car washed. I don't wash my own car. I take it to the car wash. So I'm just gonna be real. I don't get out there and wash my car. You know what I'm saying? I used to respect my boy. God rest his soul. Yo, that brother, when I tell you wash the car, he didn't care. You know what I'm saying? He got out there, he washed them physically hand. I don't do that. So I don't mind, like, babe, you know what I'm saying? Let's just go run to the car wash together and we're running through the machine. Just like maintenance. Okay, I can run over there for you. You can take it over to the garage or whatever. That's cool. The other stuff, opening the door, gas, I'm with it. You should never have to do it, especially when I'm there with you, and you're never gonna have to. But the other two, hey, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't wash my own car, so there you go.
Okay. So King, you'll take her car to the car wash to be washed, though, right?
Like I said, it depends. I mean, I'm saying, like, if I already got mine washed and she wanted, you know what I'm saying, it just depends. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take it, to get it washed.
And I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, sometimes I will.
Right. Just because you're being honest. Ricky said, you can't polish your shirt past the mic, King. Sherry said, I appreciate Queendom. Girl, that's what I call my house, the Queendom. I appreciate Queendom. Just make sure she knows how we usually outlive y'all. Worst thing is a widow with no idea of how to function. I hear you. And I like that. Teach her how to do it, but you still take care of it. I feel you on that. And y'all got to understand, my girl Sherry, let your car break down. She got you for real, for real. Reese, you want to let Nicole get in there first before she fall out her chair? Go ahead, Nicole. She gonna fall forward and Douglas gonna fall back. Go ahead.
I just had a whole prayer meeting with Jesus about King. First of all, you're not gonna tell me when to be independent and when I can't be independent.
I'm sorry, man. We done got past that. We on a whole new subject.
No, but
can you follow the topics, man? We done did that already, though.
No, but she can relate this, so go ahead.
Oh, God.
So my thing is, and I'm I was taught what I was shown a lot of guys what my independence should look like. Some men need to keep their feelings off their shoulders or off their sleeves, because you can't tell me I can go wash my car. I am responsible for getting my oil, my maintenance to my car, because to me that's independent. To me, I'm independent. I'm showing you I can. I don't. You don't want me to tell you I don't need you, but I don't need you. I can go wash my own car. I can get my own oil.
I knew that's what you were gonna do.
So, but then you turn around and tell me, if I show you that I don't need you, then you don't. Then I am throwing my masculine ways around to you. It's either you gonna pick and choose. You gonna respect my gangster that, hey, she can handle her business, and then whereas if I step in, if she said, hey baby, and not even tell you, be like, hey, bring your receipt. Say, hey, babe, I went on and paid this because I knew it was due, or because I had extra cash, or just because I went and paid it. We cool. Oh, she got my back. But then when I step on your toes, then my independence is at question. Yeah, I got a problem with that.
Well, see, that's the difference between single and single and relationship.
No.
Yes, it is energy. That's totally different energy. That's a single energy attitude and a relationship energy. Because you just took your personal.
If I'm in a relationship, if I'm in a relationship with a guy,
right,
and I'm showing him, hey, first of all, he's gonna say, I'm gonna respect her gangster because she's showing me that one, she's not gonna take advantage of me, but she can stand her own ground. You see what I'm saying?
And that's fine. I mean, what's the problem with that?
The role if we get married, or this is where I get the attitude from. Not the attitude, but kind of look at it sideways when you tell me I'm a provider, but I gotta keep your rules of my place in your life. I gotta hold them to my heart because I don't want to lose you. But once your position falls, then you need me to come be your backbone. Then you need me. That's why I would say in a relationship, general, married or not, I'm your backbone. I got you when you don't have. I got you when you got it. But I'm letting you know that I'm still here for you. But when my independence get in question, because I'm showing you, hey, I'm your rider. I'm a ride with you. When you get sick or you can't make ends meet, I'm letting you know I'm your rider. I got you. You ain't gotta feel this stress. And see, that's what a woman do. A woman take her role and carry the loads when the man get tired. And
she's supposed to. She's supposed to in a relationship.
Hold on. I gotta put a pin in it. Let me get the fam in the audience in. Okay. Me and Reese and Douglas are enjoying the show. We should have brought popcorn and wine. Okay. James says, we run through the car wash together. I pay for maintenance, but as a man, I do pump gas. Also, I do the laundry and the cleaning. We both work full-time jobs. I submit and she submits. Come on, partnership. No and Scott says, as it should be. Okay, hold on, Cole and King. What she's addressing is a man 1 minute saying, I don't need you to be independent. What you need me for if you're independent, but you go ahead and go wash your own car and you can go get it taken to the maintenance. That's what she's saying. You turn it on, you turn it off. If your position was what it was earlier, King, she is saying, why aren't you taking the car to the car wash and taking it to go get maintenance? That's what she's asking.
But see, that's the same thing I just said. Meaning just saying the small independent things. I'm not saying that that's not taken away from what you know. I'm saying those are small independent things. So I'm saying if you take your car and get it washed, that's supposed to be what? I said, what's so big you was doing it? You know what I'm saying? When you met me before you came to relationship. So what I'm trying to say is
pause.
What I'm saying, the attitude. What I'm saying is Listen what I'm saying. The attitude. I understand. I know you said what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the attitude that you're bringing from the independent by yourself mode mentality to what I'm saying is it's a small thing. If we're in a relationship, it's a small thing. What I'm saying, I'm not trying to bring it down to where I'm overlooking because I said you doing it. You know what I'm saying? That go ahead and wash your car, or I didn't do it. What I'm saying as far as the independent part that I'm bringing is the aggression of where you feel that all the stuff that you lived as an independent person, that you still bring it to the relationship. I'm
There's still
saying,
time for you to join the show, Chiquita. There's
I'm
still
on,
time. If you
what
want, I can send you the link to your inbox. There is still time for you to
all I'm
join.
see, all, what I'm saying is small to me. Those small things of being an independent person, like washing your car or getting or going to get your oil changed, is not a thing where I'm telling you to calm down your independency. Because my thing is, why would you expect me to have and do all
King,
that? That's
I've
all
been
I'm
trying
saying.
to help you, but you
Can I
won't let me
please
help
address
you.
this
Cole,
right
Cole,
quick?
wait, hold on. King, I've been trying to help you, but you won't let me help you.
Go ahead,
Please
Nick.
can
Go
I
ahead, Nick.
address this,
Hold
Go
please?
ahead,
on,
Nick.
Cole. Wait a minute, Cole. Wait, because we're gonna have to bring this to a close. We got other topics. Hold on.
Go ahead, Nick.
King,
Yes,
baby, because you keep
yes.
contradicting your own self, sweetheart.
Go ahead,
So
go ahead.
hold on. When you tell a woman, well, washing your own car and getting your own minutes, you was doing that's little. You was doing that before we got together anyway. Right. Everything that you consider independent is what she was doing before you got together. So what Nicole is saying is that you're picking and choosing what you want her to turn on and what you want her to turn off. That's what she's saying. Reese, I don't even think we got a chance to let you get in on this, did we, baby? Oh, before you do, let me get this real quick. She says he doesn't want me on the show today. I didn't say, okay, I got the control on his monitor. I will send you the link if you want to join. All right, Reese, go ahead.
First of all, like you say, I'm not gonna be in the car with any woman and let them pump their gas. That's just a definite. But my thing, if you don't eat and you don't pump your gas, you in trouble. And like I said, yeah. But I think a woman should know how to pump her gas. Not to say that she should, but in that case, because I have known men that did that all their life and they passed away and their wife didn't know how to open the gas tank, didn't
That
know
is
the
true.
first thing about how to put gas in their car. So
That's
just to learn that step is, is a plus. Now washing the car, I did that. I used to do it in the when it was cold outside and all that, but I'm getting older, I'm not doing that. They had this thing called a pass now with zip and wash. I bought the membership, so you can take your car through the car wash. I take my car through the car wash. We can ride through together. But I don't wash cars no more. I put the Armor All and all the other stuff on there. What was the other question? 3 and 4. Those two.
basically not opening up the car door and getting maintenance work done on the vehicle.
Maintenance, that's me. I'm taking it to get the oil change, everything, whatever tires. I feel that's my job. Opening the door, I ain't gonna say I do it all the time. I have done it. I'm not gonna say I do it every time. So is it a big thing? I think sometimes when you're feeling in that mood and you're out on a date or whatever, I think the mood is there when you open the door. But if we run into the store, we jumping in the car. Hold on, wait, don't do that. I don't do that. So I don't open the door every time, but I will open the door. So that's just my thoughts on those.
Okay, the next topic you get to go first. So you ain't got to come in behind the arguing of the two. All right. So a woman says that a man cheating on his wife is not her business because he is good to her. He is doing his wife wrong and not her. This is the woman. She was actually, I mean, this is her when she crunk. Because when I tell y'all, she was in her feelings when they were asking her about this. And she felt, listen, I forgot to put that up too. Boom, disclaimer. She felt that he's doing his wife and kids wrong, not her. That ain't got nothing to do with her. Whatever he's doing as far as cheating on his wife, that is not her business. What are y'all thoughts on that? Reese, you get to go first, and then Douglas, you are next.
And my thing is, she's right. It's not her fault. If that man chooses to do whatever he's doing, in some way he's not happy at home or something's not working out and he feels that's what he's going to do. But that person in the situation, she has nothing to do with that because I don't think if she knows about it, he told her, hey, this is what's going on at home, and they still choose to do that. That's an understanding. But he's the one that all the burden should fall on. Because when he didn't have to go in that direction. So he could have stayed there and been miserable and did whatever, but he chose to do other things. So in that case, that woman, she's like you say, she's there. She's comforting him to do whatever, but that's not her fault. Now, if she pursued him and she kept pursuing him, and he was like, nah, I'm married. And she kept doing little things and enticing him and doing little things. He kept trying to say, I'm married, I got a family, I can't do this. And she still pursued and still tried, and he fell into that temptation. That's different. But I think if there was a mutual thing, or he knew what he was doing. So it's not like he was tricked or anything. So I feel once he crossed that line, he took on that responsibility to himself to say, okay, this is on me. Whatever happens, it's on me and nobody else.
All right. So our show today is about messy relationship dilemmas. In this situation, what are your thoughts, Douglas? The woman that he is cheating with is saying how he treat his wife, if he dogging her out, if he's cheating on her, is not my business because he is good to me. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thing is this. You have control over your actions. If you, and I know this personally, I've seen it happen. If you're not happy in that relationship or marriage, it's marriage, right?
Yeah, the guy is married, but the woman that he's cheating with was the one that I showed you. And she is saying that it ain't got nothing to do with her. How he treating his wife ain't got nothing to do with me because he treats me good.
Well, the man needs to know his role. If you're not happy in the marriage that you're in, get out of it. Just bounce. I mean, and it's
you saying bounce instead of cheat. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Get out of it instead of cheat. Okay.
If you feel, well, first of all, that's where the communication comes in, and just bring it. Look, baby, you know what? I need to know. Is it John Doe or what? Is it over with, or what's going on? I don't feel the fire no more. I ain't talking about Big James either.
Yeah, baby.
But to go out and cheat on your wife, that's not called for. I'd rather just go ahead and be honest and say, you know what? I love you and everything, but I got to go. It's not working and everything. But for somebody to come in and say something and be involved with it, you got to be careful, because sometimes you got a lot of envy, jealous people out here, and they do anything to send a wrecking ball in there to mess up the marriage and everything. Because one way or the other, whatever is done in the dark, it's definitely going to come out into the light.
He done dropped the mic once again. James said it is not her fault, but it is her business, because as a woman, her standards shouldn't lower to a married man. He's wrong, but two cheating people both bear the responsibility. All righty. So Nicole, she says how he treats his wife is not my business because he treats me good. What are your thoughts?
First of all, I'm going to come for Reese, because I don't like the comment that says if something is not right at home, cause a man to cheat. No, a man cheats if he wants cheats. Point blank, period. It's something that has enticed him or caught his eye that makes him cheat. Second of all, I hope she knows the same way that she got him is the same way it's gonna get done to her. Because I feel like if you being with a man and he's married and you still allow him to lay in your bed, spend time with you, it's gonna be another one. What do you have? Because a woman can do everything that she needs to do at home. It's still not gonna stop him from cheating. point blank period. So she can be like, well, he's good to me. Yeah, he's giving you what he feels like you need to stay in his life. But once you say, okay, you don't push your wife away, now I'm gonna be with you. Trust me, all them good gifts and good money and good time that y'all was having, it's gonna come to a halt. Because now you're gonna feel the wrath. You're gonna feel what his wife felt.
But Nicole, I can't agree with that, because if you was happy in your situation, because you talk about the wife doing this, but if you in a relationship, if you married and everything, and say you doing everything for your husband, he don't appreciate you. You doing everything you can, making sure the house is taken care of, everything is done, but you're not feeling appreciated. And then the time that you were spending together, he started doing something else, started spending time with playing golf or doing something totally different. I mean, it's just like it started growing apart. And then you said, you come to him one day and you said, well, how do you feel about our marriage? And he tells you, well, I feel it might not be like it used to be. So where do you go from there?
But that's when the communication lines need to be open. And you should be able to sit down and say, hey, because like with me, and I'm not even married, but I feel like I'm just, and you know me, I'm just like, I respect somebody that come to me and say, hey, Nicole, what you said to me offended me. It might not be what I said, it is how I delivered it. So if you come to me and say, hey, baby, like this section of our marriage is not working, then it's up to me and you to figure out in the middle, how do we fix this situation? If that situation is that important in our relationship, we'll do what we need to do to fix it. If it's not fixable or we can't get to where both of us are satisfied, then we need to walk away. It doesn't mean that you need to go out here and find somebody else or you found somebody else and cheat on me and you broke our vows. That's just like, if you give a kid everything that he asks for, you think he's going to stop asking for stuff? Like, I can give a child, if he come to me and say, Mommy, I want a 4-wheeler, I go out and buy him a 4-wheeler. He's only going to play with that 4-wheeler for a little while till he finds something else. That's just like in the man. A man's going to play with a woman. If I'm allowing you to come on my playground to play because you like my monkey bars, guess what? You're only going to play for a little while and then you're going to leave. You think, are you going to permanently stay there and they done build Carowinds next door? You gonna go to the Carowinds guy.
But just like that child, once you stop giving to that child, guess what? Mama, you're not giving. So it's all about what you giving that child. If you can't give that child love and he appreciate you and still think of you the same way, why are you trying to buy that person with 4-wheelers and baseball gloves and footballs and all this other stuff when they should appreciate you for who you are?
But that's what it's gonna be with that woman that you're cheating on. This guy gonna continue to buy the woman that he's cheating with until the next John come through and he gonna give more than what you was getting. So guess what? You done lost your wife and your side.
But I'm saying, what if it's not even buying? What if the time that they spending together, that's all he needed? It ain't even about spending money or doing all. I'm just saying, if you had somebody, just like you said, if you wasn't getting what you had home and you go to work and you find this guy that you's like, we hang out, we do this together, he really cool. But then you find yourself, it ain't even about money. Y'all communication is great and everything that, we have the same things in common. We having the same issues. It's not even about what he's giving you. It's about the time that y'all spending and communicating.
But everything that looks good. Okay, so your wife can give you, we can fix that. You know what I'm saying? I have adjusted my schedule. I'm giving you that time. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the same chick that you're cheating with is giving you that time. Guess what? One of her flaws are gonna come up. Because right now, she's not showing you her flaws because she wants you.
But I'm just saying, you didn't adjust your schedule. He done told you this is what this is, and you kept on going. You said, oh yeah, I understand, but nothing has changed.
Right. So then the communication is not there. And if it's not there, guess what? We need to separate. We need to do something different because it's not working. That's what I just don't like that when men say, you wasn't doing nothing at home. But guess what? You don't do everything that you're supposed to do at home, but don't mean I'm out here laying with old John Boy down the street.
Not John Boy. Dran says, but it works both ways.
You're right.
King, you want to jump in?
Sure. My whole thing about that situation there is that, like, part of what Nicole was saying, it's standards, it's morals, and I hold her accountable because, I mean, definitely him, without a doubt, he shouldn't be cheating anyway. But I look at her, like Nicole said, it's coming back, sweetie. So while you sitting here thinking it ain't my business how, the wife is feeling and it ain't my problem, he taking care of me, oh, you're going to get it back too. And then understand, outside looking in, I'm looking at this girl, I say, well, how much are you worth? What are you worth to yourself that you're going to cheat with this married man? And when you want somebody to give you, that much respect and, devotion. No, I feel like, you ain't no different than a tramp out there in the street because you don't think about yourself that much. He's married. Bottom line, I'm just saying, he's married. So right there, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing you're wrong, messing with this married dude. Regardless of how good he's treating you, you're wrong. But you talking about, it ain't your problem about the wife. But you're wrong, and it's going to come back around. That's karma. You putting it out there, and it's going to happen to you. And my thing is, as far as women today, you feel that, you don't get treated right, dudes be dogging you and stuff like that. This is part of the reason why, because this is what we see sometimes. We see, okay, well, you mess with a married dude, you can't find a single dude. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just that type of attitude that I feel in some cases. So that's why I blame her, in a sense, as well as him, definitely. I go in saying, yo, dude, you was wrong because you married and you cheating. But her, as being a single woman, why are you taking that all to where it's good? You know what I'm saying? Think about yourself first. You can be with a single guy and keep it moving. So
it was the tramp. Hold on. It was the tramp.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
The
I didn't mean that. Okay, I didn't mean to be that, what I'm saying? That
hold on. Let me get it out because I wasn't gonna touch this one. It's the tramp, and I'm gonna tell you why it's the tramp for me. Because technically, the woman he's cheating with is not the one that's married. It's the man.
Right. Definitely.
So what is he? Is she?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, he's sorry. He definitely.
But then when the statement is made, so when y'all women be talking about how men be treating y'all, that's why, because that's what we see. Wait a minute, because I have this thing when men will say, "Oh, she's a hoe, she a tramp, she a slut." Then you sleep with her though, but you slept with her though, right? What did that make you when you slept with her? So that's my thing. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I feel you. Hey,
I was like, you can swallow it, but then when you kept talking, I was like, wait a second.
I feel you. I understand.
Nick, let me ask
for that woman to be a tramp, she had to be sleeping with somebody. What did that make the body she slept with?
So Nick, can I ask King this? Would it make a difference if she was making $500,000?
No, I mean, bottom line, no. The money won't make a difference. That's what I'm saying. It's not the money. It's just you as an individual messing with this married dude and he's married. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to make a difference moralistically. Standard-wise, it's not. Regardless of your money, we're looking at bottom line, you know what I'm saying? You messing with this married dude, you know what I'm saying? And you're wrong. He's married. He he's wrong. So that's what I'm just looking at. And I'm just looking at from a point where how women get treated.
It's not her fault. It's his fault that he's doing this because he went out to pursue or he's with her because she has no obligations to anybody.
But it's still her fault. It's still her fault because he's married.
That's her fault.
Because he's married. If she would have just went out there and he's a single dude, hey, by all means, live your life. But you already know that's it. You're supposed to cross that line. Moralistically, standard-wise, you're not supposed to cross that line. So regardless, I know what you're saying as far as being single, there's too many single brothers that's out there. So when you step over that line, he already know he's wrong for pursuing you. You shouldn't even give him the time of day because he's married. And that's what I'm saying.
Hold on, let's let Douglas slide in there real quick. Hold on, Reese. Go ahead, Douglas.
Can y'all hear me?
We can.
Okay.
Y'all, how do we sound in the audience? Or do we sound like we're echoing or anything like that? How is the sound? And I'm coming to both your comments in just a second. Go ahead, Douglas.
I just want to say, well, I want to ask Nicole something. Was you saying that I was saying it was right? It's all right for the man if he's not getting it at home, he can go out and get it from somewhere else?
No, that's not what she said.
Oh, because I was because I know my thing is this, is that now this woman here,
Y'all.
most of the women, and if this man is married, and this woman knows that he's married, she should be like, you know what? You a married man. I'm not trying to get involved with this. I'm not going to destroy a family's house and everything. But it's a man needs to learn that, hey, what's all peaches ain't always going to be sweet. You when you married that woman, you took an oath. It didn't say in that oath that when you're not happy, you can go ahead and sleep with anybody or whoever you can get with. No, you made an oath. You made an agreement. You came to one accord when you took and got that marriage. And just because things is not working out there, find out why it is not working. Why the sex drive is not high. Why the sex drive is not on fire. But you can't go out here and mess around. But my thing is this, she ain't all that, because she ain't got no respect for herself. And not only that, but the respect for that marriage. Because if she had that much,
That's her point. That's her point, Douglas. She is saying she don't care. That's the question. She is saying it's not my business. I don't care because he treats me good. That's what she's saying. She does not care.
Okay, but the thing is this, even though she said I don't care or whatever, but the man should be able to say, you know what, I do care. Because what's going to happen with all that stuff that he's doing for her, when that money when he's broke and don't have nothing to offer, he's going to jump the A train and hit the midnight train to Georgia.
You and your cliches, you always end with a good one. Hold on 1 second, Nicole. Hold on. James said that the married man can approach a woman. It's up to the woman to. Okay, hold on. We'll read that again. The married man can approach a woman. It's up to the woman to say, no, sir, you're married. If she accepts a place in adultery, she is a partaker. Okay, I get you. You ended it with it because I was going to say, wait a minute. Now,
I seen Nick. I see you too, Nick. I see the brow. I see the brow go up. I said, look at Nick. She look at she ain't read the whole sentence. I said she ain't read the whole sentence. She about to drunk. She's about to pounce on him. I said she ain't read the whole statement. She about to pounce on him.
James love me. He know me. The man has the ability to work out problems in his marriage, but chooses to step out. The woman has authority to say, no, you're married.
Exactly.
Okay. Exactly. Yes, she does. Okay.
And that's my only point.
Hold on, but that ain't all you said, though. That's why I addressed it.
Well, like I said, I hate the trap part.
She does have the right. But even though we're not necessarily talking about this, that's not what the question was. But since we're on it, I don't like when people remove the responsibility of the actual married person. Right. I don't like that, because the person that he's stepping out with is a hoe, a slut, a tramp, a home wrecker. What about the person she's stepping out with? Why does responsibility get shifted to the single person that he's or she is sleeping with? The vow was made with the married person, so that's my thing. That's my thing.
Definitely respect that. Yeah, definitely not taking nothing over him. Oh, definitely, he is definitely wrong. He's wrong one. He's wrong number one. Even when he made out there and said, "Yo, what's going on, lady? How you doing?" That right there was wrong. Step into a woman, period. But then, like I said, on the other end, once you knew he was married, okay, sister, think about yourself. Let me let that go. Let me leave that alone. Keep it moving. So yeah, he wrong first off the bat because he's the one with the ring. She comes next because she went on and went with it. So that's the only thing I'm saying. Okay. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Okay, you just said that pretty early. I had to.
But see, I hate the tramp. I said the tramp. Excuse me for saying tramp. Okay.
It's right. Christy, go ahead with let's say what you wanted to say, love.
Me?
Yes.
I don't forget what I was gonna say. I'm listening, but okay. Like I said, I just think when you have a situation like that, it's.
I got a question.
I understand what you're saying, Risa. It's more to it than just that. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's an open question, and people always say certain things.
Go ahead, Risa. Hold on, Cole. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Nicole.
So okay, so you remember when we were saying let's take cheating, the sex part out of cheating. If your wife corrected the time part, right? And so you see that she's correcting the time part. So now you're saying, okay, my wife has corrected our issues, right? Or we have fixed our problems. Now you got this chick over here that you was giving time to. Now she's neglect. This is what bothers me about a man that cheats. Like all the cheating part bothers me. But this is one thing that I see in a man. When the female now says, "Oh, you want to correct, you want to drop me because now you have fixed your problem at home," but then you're down the girl that you have just went and cheated with and spent 6 months with, and you show her supposedly what a man's, let's take the cheating part out, but show her what a man's how he's supposed to treat you. You wander, not even the money part, is you emotionally connected to her. Now she's supposed to just cut it off and be okay and let you go. But then when she get ready to go to your wife and say, hey, when y'all was having issues for the 6 months and I went Nick back to King, now I'm a tramp, I'm a slut, I'm a this, because now I want to expose you because my feelings have gotten entwined with you, but you now want to drop me. That's why I said she's going to learn that all the good times that he gave her, when he corrects home or when home gets corrected, or if he finds somebody else to go correct that time with, now you want to expose him for cheating. You got to take responsibility. When he walked out the door, he knew he was married. Regardless if you found out today or 6 months down the line that he was married, you should have. First of all, if I find out
we got to wrap this one up. Cole, go ahead.
Well, if I find out 2 weeks down the line that you were married, you can no longer come to me and tell me anything. So that, like, we're cut off there. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what good time or whatever he was, when the guy says you wasn't taking care of home, but when it gets corrected, then what? Then what is the woman that you're cheating with? You want to down her, but guess what? You don't want to step out the door.
But how long is it going to take you to correct that?
Regardless, I don't care if it takes 24 hours. If it takes,
I ain't talking about 24. What if it take 24 years? Are you going to stay there that long to do that?
You have a choice. You always have a choice to leave.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. When you in certain situations, you
We
say
should get
if this happens, if this happens, but you can't always say that because you always want things to happen in a certain way because you look at that. Because when you do get married, you expect to be with that person for the rest of your life. Situations happen that you say, okay, we working on this, but it still haven't gotten better. So how long do you choose to do that? 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years?
Okay, so hold on. He got to get the last word on it because we got to get the last one so we can be about a year. Okay. Was that did you get to finish saying everything you wanted to say, Maurice?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, because we can after show this one because I know y'all gonna keep going. We will after show this one. This is our last question, and each of you, when you give your answer, this is gonna be it. We're gonna get up out of here. My microphone is starting to trip. So here's a scenario. You're in a relationship and you are engaged. You are a parent and the person that you're with has no children. Both of you have great careers and you both own your own homes. When it's time to get married, what is the best way, in your opinion, to make this thing mesh? Do you, A, you and your kids move in with your partner? B, your partner moves in with you and your kids? Or C, the two of you buy a brand new home together, start all the way over, and sell or rent out, the other house? So how would you mesh that together? So quick synopsis. You both got houses. Do you move in with him or her and with your kids? Do you want them to move in with you and your kids, or do y'all start from scratch and buy a house together? We're going to start with, go ahead, Reese.
Perfect scenario happened to me. My house was smaller. When I had a son, she had 2 kids. Her house was a little bigger. Daughter was going to college, so the extra room was there. We moved in, me and my son with her, and rented my house out. So I moved in, rented my house out, and that was extra income for us, and that's how we did it.
Douglas.
Uh, I would say it all depends on. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because I think my thing is acting up here.
You good.
I would look at
Hey, Apostle.
I would have to say I would have to look at the situation thoroughly because it's just like what my brother said. You know, he where he was living at, the place was small, but her house was big.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, so it kind of flex and goes both ways. But you know, it's just like if she has a place and don't have that much room and everything, and it's just like if I had a place and it's big, huge, and a lot of space, and her where she live at now don't have the space, hey, move in with me. But if she got more of a space, move in with her. Or we just come together and just go ahead and get a house, and we all be happy and satisfied. So I just think it's just based on, you know, the living arrangements, you know.
Yeah.
So, because, you know, every apartment, I mean, house or whatever the case is, everything is big size. And if she has 2 kids and this is a scenario, I don't have any, and I got 3 kids, you know, most likely I'm gonna have the space compared to where she's living at. So I would sit down and say, hey, you know what? We serious about each other. You know what? Let's go ahead and make this commitment. And once you come over and move into my place, because I got the space, I got the rooms and everything. So I just think it just goes both ways. You just have to look at your living arrangement situation and what we think that what would be best to do to come to a final agreement on it.
Come on over to my place. Come on, Nicole. What's your answer?
Well, with me, I've been in this situation. My answer would be, I don't want to move in your spot. I've never been the one that want to move in with the man. We will always find a place, and I don't have any kids. So, and the guys that I've dated have had kids. King, I took my independent sleeve on and went and found
leave that alone. Keep going. Leave that alone.
and found us a
Leave that man
place.
alone.
And found us a place. I did. Like, I've never been the one that, because I feel like you'll never be able to put me out your house, and I don't want that argument where I have to tell you to get out my house. So we went and found a lease, and we rented a place together. I don't have any kids, but I always took their kids as my children, so I made sure the kids were comfortable too. So that's my answer.
I love that, King. I'm coming to you. But James said to compromise and come together. The best financial situation in this matter is the best way to go. King, what it do, boo?
Basically, we both got kids, both got houses. Whoever got the biggest house in the best neighborhood, that's where I'm going. So if I got the best house, bigger neighborhood, you know, bigger house, best neighborhood, to come over to me. If not, I go over there. If we both got jacked up neighborhoods, okay, we just happen not, then you go ahead and meet in the middle and, like you said, get a place together and like say, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the bigger house in the best neighborhood, so it don't make a difference. Yeah, we engaged, so we done understood where we at moving this way, but yeah, so that'd be my answer.
So mine would be, we're about to get married, and it would be what's feasible, what makes financial sense. Because you can end up renting both of the houses out, and that's income coming in. I think if there's attachments for specific reasons to these homes that might present a issue later, depending on what that attachment could be, you'll never want to hear, well, so-and-so helped me buy that and pick that out to, you know, start from scratch, or whichever one would be more feasible, because there's always going to be extra income. It was an amazing show today. Per usual, King and Nicole got they family sister brother argument in, but it's good because it's called their POV. Did you enjoy yourself, Douglas?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had fun being with y'all, being on here, and
that was a dry year.
He's trying to see, you know, did we scare you?
it was amazing. Woo! Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, to hear other people's opinion and views is really interesting. And then when we have all these wonderful people from all around the globe um, watching this broadcast, and we helping them because I think some of them might be in the situations with all these questions. So it's good that we can come together and I just met some new friends. So it was great. I'm all choked up right now. So
We are all family. We do what families do. We sit at the table, we talk about stuff, we argue, and we love each other at the end. Tell everybody how they can connect with you or find you on social media, Douglas.
y'all can find me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. It's Douglas Smooth, and you would probably say I don't even know what my picture on there is right now, but you can't miss me because I'm gonna be all dressed up and all that.
Because he's smooth.
That's right. I'm smooth as icing on a cake. Also, they can follow me on TikTok. On there, I'm DJ D Smooth on there. So that's where everybody can find me. And if you want to hit me up. Just look for me, and I'll be looking for you.
All right, DJ Douglas Smooth is single. He said with no cheering, so y'all know how to hit him up. He does great TikToks, and you can find him on Facebook. If there is a match that is made, let me know. Reese, did you enjoy yourself today?
As always, I loved it. I mean, this is like my man D Smooth said, this is like a refresher, to get things out, that stuff people going through that we talk about on this show that you like, wow. And you never know the people that you reach and the people that you touch and going through the same thing that you're going through. So in the topics that you have just so happen to relate to their life at that moment. So anytime we can come on here and talk about these issues and life stories is a blessing to me. And always with King and Cole going back and forth, that's the highlight. But I get to see it in real life, so it's the unedited version.
That part.
Yeah.
It's real, right.
So maybe I might, y'all might get to see that one day. But other than that, love everybody. Thank you again, Nikki King, for having us on here. I appreciate it. Look forward to it again.
Tell everybody how they can get in contact with you.
Sean Harrington, video and photography. I'm on Facebook. I'm still trying to figure out my Instagram and Snapchat, but I'm trying to come back up, getting back out there doing video photography thing. Just invested in my 360 photo booth. So if y'all need a video photo booth, just let me know. 252-267. I ain't giving my number out, y'all. Thought I was crazy. Hit me up on Facebook. I'll take care of y'all. So, just show the love, show it back. Thank you very much.
Y'all can find him also on Facebook, Sean Harrington. He is wearing glasses in his profile pic. Nicole, did you enjoy yourself? And tell everybody how they can get in contact with you.
I had a ball. It's always good to keep catch up with you, Nick. And of course, I always love challenging King. That's just our brother, sister, cousin, everything in the book, relationship. Reese, you know how we get down. That's my right hand man all day. Nick, you my sis, Doug. Nice to meet you, DJ Smooth. But yeah, of course. Look for us because me and Nick is coming out and our girl Sierra for the Queen's Takeover. You can find me on Nikki 1039 on Instagram. Don't follow me on Facebook because I really don't interact with people on Facebook. But follow me on Nikki 1039 on Instagram. But of course, I've always had a ball. I just have a ball. And second of all, everybody, please wear your masks because COVID is coming back. I was down for 2 weeks. We need it.
Ooh, what that man say? Wear your mask. Wear your mask. King, final thoughts before you mic drop.
Okay,
Thank you for everybody that has hung in here with us. We've gone an extra 20 some odd minutes than usual, but we had a lot of people, a lot of thoughts, and a lot of opinions. Go ahead, King.
Okay, first of all, I just want to thank everybody. Doug, glad you was able to make it, bro. We thought we was MIA on us, but you came in, and I'm glad you was able to show up, man, and give your parts and stuff. Appreciate you for showing up. As always, you know what I'm saying, Nicole. We I don't know. She still holds me, y'all. She still holds me accountable for the phone thing, and y'all don't know what that is. But one day she'll probably tell it on y'all podcast. But she know I love her. Always look out for, you know what I'm saying. So, and Reese, he know how we go. I mean, it ain't nothing, I just hate if I had to go up to Clayton, I just had to do it. But other than that, I just read it in Richland County. But I'm always glad when y'all come on. They always candid. They always, don't mind coming on when we ask them. So I definitely appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And thanks for everybody coming on the show. I'm glad y'all was able to enjoy the topics. Me and Nick work hard to get these together. I'm always sending her stuff random. I said, I popped this up. We've been had the show together. And I said, check this out. And I just sent her stuff. So, and it makes for a real good debate. And again, I apologize for the tramp word. Okay. Just so I clear that up. I apologize for the tramp word. But I do appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming out, for being on the show, showing us love. My birthday is Tuesday, y'all. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I turned 56 July 19th. So y'all want to give me a shout out on my IG, well wish, that's cool. That's what's up. But again, thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for being a part of the show. The King is out.
If you all are ever interested in hosting with us, like DJ Douglas Smooth has done, and Nicole and Reese, hit us up at nikkiking@gmail.com. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. And you can find your girl on all of these platforms at the Obstacle Overcomer Podcast. I'm going to encourage you all to follow me on Instagram at Nick the Overcomer. I always post some very inspirational things for you. As a life coach, I am always life coaching. It gives life coach all day, every day, on top of some other things. I got to say this one more time. Please, if you are in the South Carolina area, anywhere near Highway 45 in the Pineville area or Berkeley County, if you see this woman, her name is Ruth Jenkins, please contact this number. You can go to my Facebook page. There is more information posted there. We are praying for her safe return for my dear friend Robert and Trey, as well as the rest of the family. So we always like to leave you guys with a word for the week. Couldn't surprise King, because King gonna bring up his birthday once again, but we wanted to just say happy birthday to King. King, happy birthday to you. Have an amazing and having the humbleness will come one day. Have an amazing birthday. You are such an incredible person. I'm so glad that you are in my life. It's been 13 years. It's been a lot of headaches with you. Raising you was hard, but I'm so grateful for you, and you have yourself an amazing birthday celebration. Y'all, please this man some love this week on his birthday. With that being said, we love you all so much. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Thank you for your comments, audience. Y'all are always fabulous and amazing. With that being said, we are out. As always, kings and queens, keep reigning. Y'all stay where you are. See y'all later. Bye. Yeah.